We're talking about Gambit. Remy LeBeau. It's my birthday tomorrow. This is a personal request. It's my favorite character. Got to do a deep dive on Gambit.
It's our voices with your imagination. Our theories take us down endless rabbit holes. We give our fellow nerds something to consider at the gaming table. Follow us as the Nerd Pow Wow.
Welcome to the Nerd Pow Wow. Follow us on YouTube where we upload new videos every Friday, or check us out on your favorite podcast platform. Or we're live under SeraphTheHost every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Spoiler warning, we do deep dives on characters, storylines, and theory crafting. With that said, we need Season 2 of X-Men 97. That's what we need. I need to know what they're going to do with our boy Gambit.
They got to resurrect him. They
have to.
I mean, he's right here. Wayne bit.
Fair.
Yeah. Obviously, as you guys have known over the almost a year of watching us, I got my X-Men love from the animated series, and that's where it progressed in the comics and every movie, stuff like that. Gambit was the guy that I wanted to be when I was a teenager. He was flawless. He's a ladies' man. He did what he wanted, acrobatic, kinetic cards. He just did everything. And the more you learn about Gambit, it's just he just started out. He just has a bum rap, but he really is a good guy. I think in his heart, he's really a good guy, even though maybe he doesn't do good things most of the time. What do you guys think?
Hey, just like everyone, he's a flawed man, and there are some things about Gambit that I can truly respect, and the way he loves is something that I'm sure we'll talk a lot about that and Rogue and that whole thing. But Gambit's
Belladonna.
Interesting character for sure.
Yeah. You go back to X-Men 266, where Gambit made his first appearance. Storm had been turned into a young child at that point, and her and Gambit defeated the Shadow King. And that's where everybody got their, this is Gambit. He's going to be here with us. Here we go. And then over the course of time, they went back to figure out how Gambit became Gambit. And then, he joins the X-Men. He leaves the X-Men. He joins the X-Men. They leave him in Antarctica. They go find him. And, Mister Sinister lobotomizes him to kind of regulate his powers. Then he gets his full powers back. It's just an amazing, I really want to hear your guys' just your love for Gambit. Like, what do you think about him?
Yeah. John, go ahead.
So I really like early Gambit. I mean, nothing's wrong with current Gambit, but I really like early Gambit. Gambit that was kind of fighting his own duality a little bit. He was part of the Thieves Guild. He was, which was aligning itself with the Assassins Guild through his arranged marriage with Belladonna. She was, and he was a good guy. And you could tell he was always kind of felt like he was in the wrong place. He was really good at being a thief. He had the whole swagger of that kind of Thieves Guild thing, which was I really like about him. But at the same time, he was the kind of guy that would he was a bad guy, but not an evil guy. He's just a bad guy. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference. He take George Clooney's character from Dusk Till Dawn. He's a bad guy. But when faced with evil, he does the right things. You know what I mean? And he's also loyal to people that come into who become part of his circle. And I really like that about Remy. And I think there's honestly, he's without a doubt the X-Men with the most swagger.
Yes.
I mean, he just has charisma and riz for days, and it works for him. I mean, it's probably just a little bit of the Cajun. I mean, I think you kind of have to have that as a prereq. They train you that whenever you're Cajun.
I think so.
But you just come from there. It's you just get an extra shot of swagger. So I've always liked that a lot about him, and I liked the early on when that was really prevalent. Even when Bishop showed up and accused him of being the traitor for the X-Men from the dark future. You could tell that he was like kind of hurt by that. I mean, he was kind of like,
Right.
like, what the fuck, guys? It's me. I haven't done anything. I mean, later on, you obviously find out that that's Onslaught later was the actual traitor was Xavier. Big surprise. Sorry.
Spoiler warning.
But that it was Onslaught and not him. But I don't know. I just think that he just has such a good vibe. And I've always liked that about him. And the Rogue and him thing, they did a good job of making you actually care about that without doing the will they or won't they bullshit that a lot of
agreed. Yeah.
And things like that, because it was almost more like a tragedy in a way, because they did really care for each other, and they had the whole limit with her abilities, and then then you've got this desperate, he loves her, and then you got this desperate girl who's desperate to touch, finds out some other guy can physically touch her, so she gets that whole torn thing with the whole Magneto issue.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of Shakespearean things when it comes to him and Rogue and the intermix of Magneto. So they do a good job of making his character deeper than a lot of the other characters.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. So,
yeah.
You give a shit about Remy. A lot of the other X-Men, I like them. I like their powers. They do cool stuff. But I don't feel like some kind of like emotion towards them. Now, a lot of them I do. There's some that I do, but the lion's share of them, they're just cool superheroes.
Yeah.
Remy's got a little bit more of that. He's like, if you kind of relate to him in a way.
Yeah. I think I like that. Yeah. And with what you're talking about, like the swagger and that type of a thing, I can see with Gambit, in his early days, a lot of it felt like his kind of led to where to go in some ways. Like, hey, we need something to happen with the Thieves Guild and Assassins Guild. You guys got to get married to fix this, right? You have to go on this mission. You have to do this thing. And Gambit, for a while there, to me, it felt like he was more driven than by the circumstances around him than actually what he wanted to do, right? He was pulled into things a lot. So I can see some themes there. I like with his dynamic with Rogue, right? There's that, there's a physical issue within their relationship where they can't experience touch. And, in the real world, there are issues that kind of echo that, right? I think what's empowering about X-Men is Rogue would actually hurt Gambit. And in the real world, sometimes it's the opposite, right? So I think that's an interesting dynamic that they explore with those characters. But yeah, Gambit always been such a thick, flavorful character, and he reminds me of a D&D rogue in a way, right? Because he does have that. He has that dexterity base, fighting style, and he does have that charisma, but he also has kind of that swamp rat swagger, right? Like, I don't think, in the early days, I'm not sure how full of himself he truly was versus, maybe it's bravado just to make up for this guy feels a little bit like a swamp rat, right? Like,
Swamp rat.
And I think, it'd be
nerf herder.
yeah. So I think it was almost a way, fake it till you make it type thing. And my gosh, Gambit, he's dripping with that swamp swagger. I'll tell you what. So I can see that roguish kind of charisma coming through there.
He's definitely, if in the D&D world, he's definitely like a chaotic neutral alignment. I feel like he's got that kind of thing, and to take it into other nerd realms, is he does have that scoundrel feeling. He has that from like Star Wars. He's got that like scoundrel, almost Han Solo-esque. He's not. Personality-wise, he's not, but role-wise and behavior-wise, like that category he's fitting into is very much that scoundrel type character.
A little bit, yeah.
Is, like, don't play cards against him.
No,
Sure. Sure,
But
yeah.
if you get in a fight, you want him there, but don't play cards against him.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
he was given up as a baby because he had red glowing eyes, and he tried to pickpocket the leader of the Thieves Guild, Jean-Luc LeBeau.
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc's like, hey, I'm going to adopt you, kid. I appreciate that you actually pickpocketed me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually played a lot of that out, almost like Oliver Twist. I always got some certain vibes with the Thieves Guild. It was very Oliver Twist, and he was kind of Oliver in that role. Like they took little bits from that mythos and interjected it there, and just brought it forward to adulthood.
Yeah, they said the thieves and assassins have been at odds for thousands of years. I mean, thousands of years. And we're only in year 2025, so I don't. Thousands of years seems a little weird, but
yeah, in a conflict that's happening in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, sure.
But Jean-Luc wanted the marriage between Gambit and Belladonna because it would actually bring the two together. And as soon as they were married, Belladonna's brother challenged Remy to a duel to the death. And Remy stuck that dagger into his chest and it blew up.
Yep.
And so the agreement was Gambit needs to leave. Like, the dude just got married. Now his brother-in-law wants to fight him to the death. Gambit wins, but now he's got to leave.
Well, it was disgraceful.
It's not fair.
He used his powers, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't fight fair. So they exiled him.
He did come back after a while, though. When Jean-Luc disappeared, he was leading the combined guilds for a little while there, but he gave it back up when Jean-Luc came back.
Yep.
And Chandra, that spirit that comes in that they have to give gifts to her, the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild, they always have to give gifts to her. The tide. Yeah, those tides.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Joel. Yeah. But yeah, I think so cats. We have to touch on that a little bit. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I love about Gambit. He is a character that loves cats. He has 3 pets, one named Oliver, Lucifer, and Figaro. All named after famous Disney cats. So, I guess so Gambit, the 3 cats pictured there, he rescued those when they were left with him by Mystique. And they originally belonged to Sabretooth, who planned to eat those cats.
Oh,
that's cool.
Thank goodness.
Was
Thank
rather
goodness
funny.
he rescued them.
Yeah, right?
I always kind of thought the one cat being Oliver was a kind of a hint about his like Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist? Yeah.
It could have.
That's kind of how I took it as.
Hello, Durison.
Lucifer. I never really realized the Disney thing, but you're right. But I was like, Lucifer had the glowing red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, I don't really know I don't know that character. I don't know what that is.
Figaro.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm actually not sure what Disney film that comes from. Actually. But...
All right, nerds. Time to tell us.
Oh, Pinocchio.
That was the cat's name in Pinocchio?
Yep. Geppetto's pet. The tuxedoed cat. Figaro. Yeah.
Interesting.
So there we go.
Well, there you go.
So guys, I have a game for you guys that involves Gambit stats a little bit.
All right.
So one of these are the Marvel official stats. Okay. I'm gonna lead with that. Chat, you can play along. But we're gonna go ahead and display these 3 stats of 3 X-Men characters. We have A, which is the top. We have a fighting skill of 7. Okay. We're talking about some standout abilities here. We have the second one, some pretty decent stats, an energy skill of 5. And then we have the third one, a lot of human level skills. Fighting skill 4 is what stands out for that one. So we have 3 categories. Bonus points if you can guess which X-Men they belong to. But Really, which one belongs to Gambit is the major one?
My guess is the middle one.
The middle one's Gambit.
Now,
What do you think, Mariah Bane?
and I'm sure you guys see why I say the middle one.
Yep.
Yeah. The strength, I lean towards the first one in a way.
Yeah.
But the strength throws me off.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's too strong. Because his
He's very finesse.
his kinetic abilities are decently powered, but they're not crazy.
Sure.
They're not, they're not insane.
They're not
So
like
we're-
Scott Summers, like energy projection levels, right?
Right. So when it looks like these scales are out of they're obviously out of a rank of 7.
Mhm.
So he's
Yeah.
in the top 2/3 of energy projection. I don't know if I buy that.
That's
Well, I would
Well,
actually
I
lean towards
because he went to Mister Sinister to dumb down his powers because he felt they were too powerful.
I would lean towards
consuming.
3.
Yeah.
I would lean
You're-
towards 3.
You're going to lean towards 3. Okay. All right. All right. And so if you're going to lead Gambit as 3, who do you think 1 and 2 are?
Now, do we have choices of 1 or 2, or is it just all the X-Men universe?
You know, I'll give choices if nobody can nobody gets close.
Yeah, but we're dealing inside of the mutant
Within the X-Men.
within the X-Men. Okay.
Just the X-Men.
because
yeah.
number
I
one,
wanted to be fair,
number one, I would think is Wolverine.
Okay.
Now Wolverine's durability is higher than that, I think.
Now, I would think Colossus, but I think Colossus' strength would be a 7. So that's
Fair.
why I think Wolverine.
Or thinks 2 is Gambit. Okay, all right. We got some guesses in here. So
Well, hold on a second. Let me think this.
yeah.
About these other 2. So Gambit 3, I think Gambit 3, but as for the other 2, that's tricky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of X-Men.
There are. You know what? I'll keep it mainline. The ones that you'd know.
So I would think I could actually see 2 being Cyclops.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
I do see that too.
And then
Given that, I would not pick Cyclops for 3 if Cyclops is in
No.
this poll.
no, I'm thinking so I have logic I'm applying to this outside of just the X-Men. I'm thinking of the X-Men
Sure.
that you would pick.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
So
no, that's fair.
agreed, yeah.
That's fair.
Part of me is like he included Wolverine in this mix.
Well, why
So-
would I include Wolverine, right?
Was that what?
Why would I include
because
Wolverine in
It's
the mix?
kind of hard not to include Wolverine a lot of times, just because he's such a well-loved character. So if I was a betting man, I would do Wolverine, Cyclops, Gambit, ABC.
Wolverine, Cyclops.
And I'm going to go Wolverine, Gambit, Jubilee.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Because
I like
Jubilee's
it.
got decent fighting skills, but she's not great in anything else. And that's where I
Fair.
get that from.
All right. So we're going to go with number 1. We'll reveal that one.
Because we both have the same
Wolverine.
answer.
Wolverine, yeah. Which I picked Wolverine for the first one. Fighting skills 7. So Wolverine and Gambit go toe to toe in the danger room a lot.
They do.
And so fighting skill, I thought they would be a little bit closer on par, but obviously the other 2 characters' fighting skill sitting at 4. So
Well, if someone's
Yeah.
energy is enough, you could play like the long game and
That's true.
incapacitate Wolverine and then come in. So maybe the fighting skills don't have to be as high.
that's true.
And knowing how that gives me an idea of how these scales work, I feel better about my Gambit being 3, but we'll see.
All right, I'm going to reveal Gambit next because we know by process of elimination, Gambit will be the other one, right?
Right.
So I'll
it's either
save the
2 or 3. Who's got it?
Yep. All right, drum roll. We have Gambit's the third one.
Oh, he got it. Nice job.
So the way they kind of described it is like a 1 is human levels, right?
Yeah.
So I was actually a little floored that Gambit was so low as a 2 on energy.
It does feel
That one-
low. Yeah.
It threw me off a bit because I'm like, Gambit, he's got to be a little bit more powerful than that. I'm not sure if I still agree with that, honestly.
Well, I think the Gambit's powers are always coupled with his fighting skills. Always. It's almost like he's got, I think of more like with like his cards are more like a martial, like a ninja type thing using throwing stars. Throwing stars are never going to be fatal. You'd have to be really crazy lucky to have fatal with the throwing stars.
Sure.
But they injure you. They suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would assume they do. Yeah.
And if some guy's poking you with these stars constantly and then beating you with a staff that's energized to make it a little shittier than a regular staff, now it seems like his energy powers are greater because he's being so effective in his utilization of the powers. However, taken as a standalone ability, I don't see it ranking that high with energy release.
So you're saying
That's why I think it looks powerful.
you're saying on this scale, like me personally, I would just be all 1s because I'm a human.
Maybe
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they
Right.
do it. Yeah, it's like 1 is just basic human level, right?
Because 2, if the scale from
maybe
1
2.
to 7 and a 2 of intelligence, like it seems a
2
little
is Storm.
2 is
Isn't
2.
it?
Ooh. If Gambit is not number 2 for me, I think you're right with
Storm
Storm.
could be number 2.
Yeah, strength, durability, and speed. I think her fighting skills. I think it's a little high.
Slightly more intelligent. Storm or Cyclops for 2. That's what my guess is.
I would say
You got to lock in on 1. You got to lock on 1, Mariah Bang. Come on.
I say Cyclops.
If you have one, you say Cyclops. Okay, I'll say Storm then.
Okay.
Cyclops.
It is Cyclops.
Nice.
My
Yep,
initial
yeah. You
guess.
should have went with your first gut feeling there,
That's right.
John.
It's fine.
Yeah. Nope. That good guess though. Good for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I made it a little bit
funny. Is
difficult.
you know what made me lean towards Storm?
What's that?
It's the last second. It's Laura.
Oh,
Fair.
She was part of the discussion. And I
Yep.
was like, oh, yeah, he wasn't allowed to not include Storm.
Fair. No, so I went with Cyclops because I was like, you know what? He's another energy user, and I actually thought Cyclops might be a little bit higher than energy. His optic blast is really powerful. I think that could see the higher ends than a 5.
I do wonder who would be a 7 energy then. Storm?
That is a good question.
Because
Yeah,
Storm's
I-
Omega, and Cyclops is
Phasar,
not
some
Omega.
some of the Nova guys, maybe.
Yeah, but
Right.
but in the mutant realm,
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
and it depends on what they're doing with energy. Like, is telekinesis in the energy bracket?
Well, I think
You know,
all
I
these
don't-
things are a little loose, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what they're putting in what category because there's nothing to account here for. It's almost like that second bub is power level. Like their ability, like their special power. So
Yeah.
you've got telekinesis falling into there. That you've got what you could do with teleportation falling in there. You know what I mean? You've got all of that is falling into that one category. So I
Yeah.
can see why that
Right.
category would be oddly like Cyclops can end up a 5 because when you compare that to the Jean's telekinesis or telepathy, I mean Xavier's telepathy is probably a 7 when it comes to
Fair.
the power or energy there if they're doing it on that kind of scale.
Yeah, they would have to. I mean, there's nothing else that would be his telepathy, I don't think.
Right. There's no
On
other
that scale,
category for
yeah.
those kind of abilities. So it's almost like mutant power. Instead of energy, it's almost like mutant power in that scale there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I thought it'd be important to talk about some of this stuff too. I think it's I think it's a good idea to include the Marvel stats with our deep dives on characters. So I figured, this is the first time we're doing it. Let's make a game of it and introduce some other characters too, so we get an idea kind of what they're looking at.
I like that. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
One of my favorite stats for their stuff is anything that's in the class 100 strength or above that can fall into 100 tons or more when you start getting into that crazy stat. It's surprising the people that don't make it. I'm always kind of surprised by that. Like, Colossus is not in that category. I think what's Colossus? 40, 60 tons? I forget. But he's not.
Who would you say is the most or the highest strength of any Marvel character?
Highest strength of any Marvel character.
Because you would have Hulk out there, you'd have Colossus out there, you'd have Juggernaut. Well, Juggernaut's not mutant, but he's still strong.
The Hulk gets up there with power.
Yeah.
Like,
you're talking about strength of the highest strength?
In the Marvel universe,
Ross.
who do you think would have the highest strength?
Outside of interstellar or cosmic beings, because you start getting ridiculous when you get into
well, yeah.
Agreed. Like Gladiator.
Yes, but let's call them
Marvel.
Terran characters, creatures from Earth.
There you go. I like that.
The Hulk far and away. Sentry may be in that discussion, but the Hulk, because the Hulk's power grows. I mean, you literally, they've not found a limit.
Yeah, I
No,
wasn't thinking Sentry, but he's a good one too.
Yeah, Sentry's part of that discussion.
I'd like to
that's fair.
Sentry's Juggernaut up there too.
Was that?
Yeah.
Juggernaut?
Actually, Juggernaut is definitely part of that discussion. He's oddly stronger than people think he is. But who was the other one?
And durable too.
One that you don't hear is it Blue Shield? The guys,
I'm not
they
familiar
kind of
with Blue Shield.
retconned him into existence. Is it Blue Shield? No, it's not the right character. Damn it.
Who is it?
Who is it?
It's gonna kill me. Because you don't know who the hell he is, but they've recently been he's been popping up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not Blue Shield. That's really bright. Sorry about that.
Hey, the sun just turned on.
Well, while you're checking into that, I'm gonna pull some Gambit stats up here. Some baseline information.
Yeah,
I think some of this information is good for when we do the deep dives, right? So just some basic stuff. We have Gambit height 6'2", weight 179 pounds.
Yeah,
he's a male, and he's got the eyes with the black and red pupils. We have brown-haired Gambit, but also with his death persona, he has white hair. He's from the Marvel Universe, and we have some other aliases for Gambit. We have Death, S. Templar, Le Diablo Blanc, Robert Lord, which that I've never heard.
Robert
and
Lord.
Cajun. Okay. Yeah,
the White Devil. That's what they called him back in his Cajun days, the White Devil.
Ooh, all right.
But I like that.
No official schooling, but his place of origin, New Orleans, Louisiana. Oh yeah.
Seraph, you know this about me, is like I had to go to New Orleans because of my love for Gambit. That's my main reason I wanted to go down there. And I absolutely love it down there.
In my pursuit of figuring out who that character was, I just stumbled across something. So Colossus evolved and now has over class 100 strength. Originally, he was only class 70 tons, but now he is in the class 100 category.
Is that when he? Is that because he got the Gem of Sidorak or whatever and became a
No, but good call. This what they said. This is quite literally because he became an adult. It was a
Oh, so he was
maturation
that
type
strong
of-
as a kid.
Yeah, he was just a teenager. When he had the power of the Juggernaut, when he had Sidorak, that was his power charts were off the charts. But
Yeah,
the
that's
character
just
I was trying to think of was the Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel.
Oh, Blue Mar.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should look up this character. He's an interesting character. He has a lot of really cool stuff about him, but he's exceptionally powerful.
I'm familiar with him from Marvel Strike Force or Marvel Snap, that card game. Yep.
Yeah, he's powerful. I mean, just incredibly powerful. But yeah, he was around. Like he just appeared in 2008. They just brought him around not too long ago. Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel 1. They brought him out in his own comic. They introduced him inside his own comic.
Oh wow!
But he was, yeah, he was really neat.
Nice.
You know, after
yeah, it was interesting, dude.
Yeah, I was talking about when Mister Sinister gave Gambit a lobotomy, basically to dumb down his powers.
Oh yeah.
And you know, the agreement was you are to run this Marauders group. You are to handpick this team. And according to the comics, Gambit didn't know why he was doing that. But he sure found out. And then he tried to stop the Massacre of the Morlocks and then got injured himself. And I think he only saved one character, if I remember correctly. But all the Morlocks were, because Sinister thought they were a stain on the gene pool. He's like, wipe them out, get rid of them.
Talk about making a deal with the devil,
Yeah.
Dr. Sinister. My God, Mr. Sinister, he is. Ooh.
He pops up in all the interesting times.
He's such a slime ball.
How did Gambit know Sinister wasn't just gonna, like, I don't know, eat his brain and take his powers or whatever he does?
I get the idea that Sinister
trusted him.
And something they don't talk about, but Sinister almost has to have a mutant-like ability of charisma. Like he seems to be able to charm people. And they don't talk about that, but just the stuff he pulls off. As a reader, I'm like, why are these people that are generally considered intelligent falling for this bullshit? Like, why is anybody buying into this bullshit?
Yeah.
The reader, you kind of think of like, well, they're just they're not writing your character well, but it fits better if you think about the fact that maybe Sinister has an innate ability to charm you, a little bit of pheromone type stuff, or Purple Man light.
Well, you have that kind of that dark side of charisma in a way. I can definitely see that, right? Like even terror and that type of thing that he kind of oozes can be a charisma based thing. Like he's making you feel the way he wants you to feel,
and that's
is Sinister
and behave how he wants you to behave.
And that's right after Sinister told Gambit to go find his diary. Gambit found his diary, and it was so shocking. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he's doing this to people." He burned it, and then he told Sinister he couldn't find it. And then he still goes under the knife to the man.
Sinister's super old, right?
Yes, very old.
Okay,
1800s.
It's his intelligence and age. Then that's a big part of it too. Like charisma can take you certain places, but man, between the his intelligence and just how old wisdom in that regard, he can make any kind of deal sound good for you, right? So I don't know. Definitely some level of charisma there, but also just that age, like he's going to be able to talk a lot of people into a lot of things being 170 years old. My God.
Yeah. And it's really
like, go ahead.
I was saying that's really sad because Gambit was, dating Rogue, and they finally got the kiss, and Rogue got to see his thoughts. And that's when she found out about the murder of the Morlock, or Massacre of the Morlocks. So she told the X-Men. And all of a sudden, the X-Men exiled him to Antarctica. And then he almost died until Mary, can't remember her last name, that Mary attached herself to his life force to keep him alive while in Antarctica. And
Yeah.
it's like Rogue was dating the guy, and all of a sudden, I'm going to tell the X-Men what you did. That was really not cool of her.
Well, I mean, you see somebody doing war crimes, you kind of share that information, but oh man.
Yeah.
Tragic.
I mean, at the time, he had no idea that was going to be
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
a crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to mention,
yeah.
like, even things like what's his name? Who was the guy that led the Marauders with the gun, the armor, body armor?
Oh, I'm drawing a complete blank with that. What I was saying, the life force that was temporarily fused to Gambit was Mary Purcell, and Magneto. I read Magneto had her in stasis. She was either dead or close to death, and then she was just a life force that was able to grab onto Gambit, and she was controlling him for a while there until Rogue found out. Yeah, it was Mary Purcell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they exiled him to Antarctica, but then he later joined the X-Men. Like, oh, all is forgiven. I'll come back.
Scalp Hunter.
Yeah.
Scalp Hunter is that guy's name. He goes by Grey Crow now. John Grey Crow, but that guy is he's redeemed himself.
Now, Grey Crow was part of Gambit's Marauders, correct? When Gambit actually led it, wasn't Grey Crow part of it?
He led them.
Okay.
He was the guy that led them in the tunnels. But Grey Crow was kind of redeemed and got into a relationship by Psylocke and got in a relationship with Psylocke.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of got redeemed, and I know I've mentioned this in other versions, but that whole Marauders thing in the tunnels, that's some of my favorite X-Men stories.
All right.
Because it really put them in it showed them having this, like, something truly awful is happening. Like, a lot of times you just have the good guy and the bad guy and it's all lighthearted, and this was awful. And
Nice.
you knew that when like Kitty was badly wounded, couldn't unphase, all kinds of problems. And when Colossus lost it, it was just good. Like, Colossus, up until this time, had always been innocent. He'd always been kind of this. He's since had other things happen, but before then, he'd always just been this, like, gentle giant and everything else. And he grabs Riptide by the throat and just rips his throat out, which is just beautiful, because Riptide spins really fast, so he looks like a tornado with his head sticking out of it. But his whole body just becomes limp in Colossus's hands, and they show Colossus kind of hunched over, holding his dead body, and his face is pitch black with white eyes, and it says, "Harpoon, make peace with your gods, little man, because you're next." And all the Marauders get the fuck out of there. There's no part of Psycho Colossus. They're gone. They're all getting out of there. But oh my God, do I love that scene. I just love that scene.
And that's sad about Colossus, because Kitty left him at the altar. And then and all of a sudden there was a reception, everything was paid for, and Gambit's like, well, Rogue, let's get married. There's already a reception. Why waste all this food? So Gambit and Rogue got married when Kitty and Colossus got out of there.
That's great. That's such a that is kind of I like about Gambit, is in some ways it's just kind of like, you know what? Let's make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And then Mr. and Mrs. X, I really liked that series.
Yeah.
And then they got to introduced Lilandra and Xavier's daughter, Xandra. Actually, it was an egg. They had to go. They were trying to steal the egg. The bad guys were trying to steal the egg, and Rogue actually ended up getting it and was phased out into space. And they ended up finding out that the egg actually turned into the life force Xandra. which is the child of Xavier and Lalandra. So, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. X.
After their wedding, the Mr. and Mrs. X, was that did that have to do with Mojo? Was that the Mojo storyline?
The Mojo was in it, yes. Yeah,
Okay,
where
right.
they were, and I think Rogue snapped out of it first, and finally they got Gambit out of it. But Spiral helped. Spiral always screwing up Mojo's plans.
I love Spiral. Good old Ricochet Rita.
I love Mojo character. I don't know why, because he's just. I just love him.
You ever watch the X Babies that he created? You ever read any of that?
Yes.
The X Babies is hilarious. Oh my God, do I love the X Babies?
Oh, and then Mojo in the animated series, that was a good show. He made 2 appearances. No, I'm sorry, he just made 1. And then he came out in X-Men 97.
Yeah.
And that
Mojo's great. I love the whole Mojo because I'm a big Longshot fan.
Yeah.
You don't see much Longshot, but Longshot and Dazzler, I love the 2 of them. That was great. Finding out, in the whole Shatterstar thing, becoming their kid. I mean, that was great. So, John, I sent you a picture of that scene with Colossus in our group chat.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's so good. It's so good. It's just such a good scene. But
drag that over.
because I'm a big Colossus fan. I love Colossus.
yeah, Colossus is a really good character.
Yeah, I really like him. I don't like when they do. I don't like when they make him anti X-Men. They seem to become a fad thing. Like he joins the Acolytes for a while with Xavier, and then he, wants to that kind of thing. That kind of bugs me sometimes when they do that because that's not Colossus to me. But look, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful panel, though. That
Make
limp
peace
body, the
with your
dark.
gods, little
Oh
man.
my God.
Well, here's to test your knowledge a little
So
bit,
good.
Rybane.
What's that?
Gambit in the Age of Apocalypse. How's your knowledge with that?
Fair.
Because that is the one thing that, of all the research I've done, I'm not up to date on all the way. And the Age of Apocalypse really fascinates me. I've got all the
it's so
issues.
good. So in I believe in Age of Apocalypse originally, he kind of was like it was different because he didn't appear exactly the same in the in Age of Apocalypse.
Didn't you say, Seraph, that he had white hair?
Yeah, yep. There's
He was older or something. It was weird.
Death Persona.
It was
Death
what?
Persona?
When he had his Death Persona, he had white hair. Is at
Yeah.
least what Marvel's told us.
And is it true? Was he Famine for a short bit as well? I think he was Famine. Or has he only been Death?
I thought he was Death.
He was Death for sure, but I thought he was Famine
Yeah.
at another point.
He could have been.
But I could be wrong. But Death, he definitely was Death.
Did they make him Death in the animated series? Or
No.
no? Okay.
Now, unless you're talking about season 2 when he gets resurrected. Because Apocalypse does resurrect him.
Ah,
And that's what I'm hoping for.
so I'm hoping for it too. Gambit's always held a special place for me. Between Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Wolverine, I have trouble narrowing down who my favorite X-Man is. But there is one thing that I picked up from Gambit, and that is throwing cards. Wayne, you have the costume, but I don't know. I think I can do some damage with some playing cards.
Yeah,
I have some Magic the Gathering cards on me right now.
Okay.
And I would like to see if I can find something to hurl these cards at to show my Gambit-like abilities.
Now, what about
at least what I have.
What about the Resident Evil 2 poster next year? Or is that too close?
It's vinyl. Let me find something. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. Yeah, we got to see these skills.
You guys got plenty to talk about with Gambit. I'm sure. I'll be right back.
But yeah, in because in Age of Apocalypse, Gambit was killed in Age of Apocalypse.
Yes, I do remember that.
But he was he was he had a whole different backstory. He was part of the Assassins Guild, or he was an assassin for the Thieves Guild. So he was an assassin, a complete different kind of thing. He was a little darker, but he ended up joining the thing and helping stop Apocalypse. But he was not as prevalent of a character in the like he wasn't one of the big. What were the Age of Apocalypse comics? It was Wolverine or Logan and Jean Grey. It was the X-Man.
Yeah. Like the good guys in Age of Apocalypse? Is that what you
So
mean?
they had their own line of comics.
Yeah. It's funny. I've got them. I just haven't read through the majority of them. Oh, there we go. Card against card here. We got a little show and tell going on.
All right, guys. I'm gonna try and throw a card through a card and see if we can we can make this work. Okay, guys.
All right.
Yep.
We're watching. Ready to go. Oh, it's done. Oh, nice job. Nice
One
job.
of these times.
Hey, I saw some Lilo.
No
Or was
major
that
damage.
Stitch?
A little
Or was that
dust in the
Stitch?
card. See if we can.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right. Woo. I like how fast they're coming out of your hand, though.
They're cutting right through that card.
Yeah. They're coming in hot. I see some paper cuts in our future.
I just got a little bit of denting in the card and screwed up one of the corners. Wasn't as impressive on
Those were just your basic cards, right? Those weren't your rare cards, right?
No. Just some chaff. I got a little bit of bit of bending on the one card on that last one, but at one point I threw a card from across the room and stuck it in the crack of an armoire.
Nice. So I oddly enough, I am proficient at throwing cards myself. That's how they taught us how to throw stars. You had to learn how to throw cards to throw stars, because if you can throw a throwing card with any kind of accuracy, you can throw a throwing star.
Oh, dude, I can use throwing stars. I could be a fucking ninja.
You could. Ninja. I throw a little different. I hold the card laying here, and I put my thumb in the middle, because that's how you throw a star.
That makes sense.
I throw like this, but
I'm just
it works really well.
Just like that, and I can throw 3 cards at a time too.
Nice. I've never thrown 3. I've never thrown more than 1 card. I've never even tried. But Wayne, to answer something else, I forgot. I'd forgotten about it. Gambit did have a title during Age of Apocalypse. It was Gambit in the Externals. He had his own title during the 1995 Apocalypse, the original Age of Apocalypse. They had mini titles. There was what were they all? It was
how long did that run?
The Amazing X-Men, The Astonishing X-Men, Factor X, Gambit in the Externals, Generation Next, Weapon X, Excalibur, and X-Man. So, and there was another one. There was one with Jean Grey and Wolverine too.
And that was back in, you say, 95?
Yeah, there was a 95.
Yeah, Gambit and Externals I've never heard of, and I've got as many Gambit comics as I can get.
Yeah, it's a cool. It was him and I think Strong Guy, and Jubilee, Sunspot, and that looks kind of like I can't tell if that's Celine or if I think it's Celine. But it's look up Gambit in the externals. It's a cool cover. You'll love the cover for it.
Nice.
But it's that was the mini title or the mini title for that series. It's a cool cover.
And, have you guys read anything about New Sun? It's a Gambit from a different universe that New Sun went and killed Gambits from different other universes, and finally he came to the Gambit universe, and Gambit ended up killing him. But yeah, New Sun was an alternate Gambit.
I have heard of that, but I don't know much about it. Oh, Weapon X was the title that Wolverine and Jean Grey were the main characters. It's the two of them together as a couple in Age of Apocalypse. Title was just Weapon X.
Okay.
You know something that really bugs me about the whole Age of Apocalypse thing, as much as I love it. This little, they just made a mistake, and it bugs the shit out of me. Cyclops in Age of Apocalypse has his hair over one side of his face and just has one eye fires up because it stinks. And he has 3 claw marks where Wolverine ripped his eye out, right? Wolverine is missing his hand in Age of Apocalypse. And it's his Cyclops blew his hand off. But at one point in time, when they're fighting, Wolverine's claws, he shoots them out of the stump. And he mentions that his claws were retracted when he had his hand blown off.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. If the blinding of Cyclops that happened at the same time, it should have taken everything. If it blew the adamantium skeleton hand away, it should have blown the claws, and the claws had to have been extended. So it's just a little pet peeve that bugs the shit out of me about that one. It's like they kind of screwed the pooch on that one, but
so they say
I think they've gone back and addressed that, but it's hokey retcon.
that New Sun was from Earth 9921. And then he tried to kill the Gambit of Earth 616 and failed. At one point, there was a statue that was holding a sphere, and then the stone sphere, stick, and it fell right on him and killed New Sun. But that was an interesting. It wasn't very, much in the stories, but that I really like that because it's like a more powerful Gambit, and he was going around killing other Gambits.
There could be only one.
There could be only one. And the one from 616, the one that got it.
Man, there's the Council of Reeds. There's a flight of phoenixes, and we have a murder of Gambits, I guess, because they can't play nice at all. My God.
There really are so many different alternate realities that it's really hard to keep track of what happened and what won, and the numbers mean absolutely nothing. They just stick these numbers at the end of Earth 616 or Earth 9921. Yeah. There's no.
They make it a point of saying that it was
just random.
Just random.
Oh man, good stuff. Well, we got any more stuff on Mr. Gambit?
I'm trying to figure out who. Remember, I want to see if that was Celine or who's the teleporter? Leela.
There's a Lila.
The teleporter that was with the New Mutant. She was in a relationship with Cannonball for a while.
I think that was Lila.
Yeah. Lila Cheney, is that her name? Something like that. But so the externals were Jubilee, Strong Guy, Sunspot, Lila Cheney. It was Lila because she looked kind of like Celine in the picture, but in Gambit. So what a cool group that is, though. I mean, that's you got super strength, great fighting. Sunspot's powers are not to be. Sunspot's one that they've increasingly been making more powerful with as he goes in, because originally he was just a solar powered strength, but he's gotten a lot more powerful. So it's good stuff. Yeah.
And
I really like that whole stuff.
I got him
I
on.
need to go back and read the Age of Apocalypse stuff again.
Yeah, I've got them. I definitely the newer stuff. The back from '95. I'm definitely not.
You need to read the '95 ones. They're great. They all had all those miniseries. They basically made they canceled all the X titles basically, and made new X titles just for that period of time, because the entire reality had been completely warped for the X-Men. So I like the whole thing. What was it? If I'm remembering correctly, Legion went back in time to kill Magneto and ended up killing Xavier.
Oops.
Yeah, screwed up, killed Xavier, which he now ceases to be. And the universe, or the whole, everything goes to a different path. The whole thing is a whole different path. So it's good. It's really good.
Just for educational purposes, X-Men animated series is Earth 92131.
92131.
Okay.
92131. If anybody cared or whatever.
That's where a rock shirt Gambit comes from.
Yeah. So it's okay, because you mentioned that Onslaught was actually the one that killed Robert Kelly. In the animated series, it was Mystique posing as Gambit. So it makes sense. Different universes, but same stuff kind of happens.
Yeah, they completely, wildly different things happening in the different universes.
Yeah.
So some are very similar and other ones get, like I said, wildly different. And I like when
they don't just have universes, they screw around with time all the time too.
They sure do. That Bishop,
the young X-Men. Dude, I loved when they brought the young X-Men over, because I love the first thing was they were all like, how did we get so fucked up? They were like, what is wrong with us?
that was a weird series when they brought the young X-Men over.
I love young Cyclops, because the Cyclops of that era in comics was just, I really like Cyc. I really like Scott. He's cool. And they really started making him weird. So I don't know.
The hair parted over, only one eye.
Yeah, and he just was like a little murdery. he felt a little murdery.
Or if you guys ever watched X-Men Evolution, he was a loner in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, same with Wolverine the X-Men. He was kind of a loner in that one as well.
Yep. They always make him, Cyclops mopes. There's no two ways about the fact that Cyclops is mopey. He's got that, he's emo-ish. There's no two ways about it.
My favorite panel of that is freaking Magneto looking at Scott and saying, Scott, this is Logan behavior. And Scott saying, well, everybody likes him. Scott's just moping with a bottle of whiskey or whatever.
Yeah.
Poor Scott.
Poor Scott.
Womp,
womp.
Guys, this has been amazing. This Gambit talk, this is definitely a great birthday present for me. This has been awesome.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. For Wayne Bit.
Yep. Because I can't be Gambit. I wouldn't even try the Cajun accent. I wouldn't even know how to start. I probably could learn.
Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Channing Tatum did amazing with that accent. He really did. I like Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Yeah. He gets panned a lot, but I like Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
I think he does all right.
I mean, Taylor.
You know what? The moment was awesome on screen.
Especially for me, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't watch any of the spoilers. I didn't watch any of the trailers. All of a sudden, here's this card coming out, and there comes Gambit. Fanboy and me was screaming in my head, because you can't scream in the theaters.
There were so many surprises.
Yes.
The Human Torch thing. That was amazing.
That was so fun.
So good.
Flame on.
Like you know what else I like about that movie is they do a good job of you think you see an expression on Deadpool's face. You can't see his face.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're certain, like, if you were to like talk about like, oh my god, when he did that, the expression on Deadpool's face was hilarious. No, it wasn't. He didn't have an expression. You couldn't see his fucking face.
Well, so they did animate the mask to try and make it a little bit more expressive, right?
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds just does a great job expressing with his voice alone.
He does.
Like,
Yeah, I do credit Ryan Reynolds for a lot of that.
I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. I've liked Ryan Reynolds since Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Shop. I think it's just great. You know, Van Wilder, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Van Wilder.
for sure.
You ever watch the one show where he comes back in time? He's part of like a time travel police, and he comes back in time to fix some things, and he meets his younger version, the kid version of him.
Yeah,
he's running around with a child version of himself.
Yeah, I
think I remember seeing previews for that.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
It's good.
Well, to be honest,
the kid that played his younger version first does a great job of mimicking Ryan Reynolds. Like, he's snarky little shit. It's so good.
Nice.
It's the same kid that plays in the he plays Percy Jackson in the new Percy Jackson series. It's the same actor.
Okay.
But
nice.
well, my love for Ryan Reynolds is the only reason I watch Green Lantern.
Oh god.
As should be the only reason you could ever watch that movie.
And I will not watch Green Lantern again.
Oh man. All right, guys. Well,
The Adam Project. That's what the name of that movie is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Adam Project. It's good. It's good. That has everybody in it. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana, Mark Ruffalo. It's huge. Walker Scoble is that kid's name. He's good. I really like that kid actor. Although I don't know if he's a child. I don't know if he's a kid still. He is. He's only 16.
Oh.
But he's good. I really liked him in Percy Jackson as well. That Percy Jackson series is way better than the movie things were.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it way better. But John will hate it because it's kid driven.
So is Stranger Things. I don't know.
No, that's all adults on that show.
Now it
Did
is.
you watch the most recent
Catch that
season?
earlier when he was talking about it. He was totally like, oh, no, I don't watch it, and I didn't realize they're not kids talking; they're adults, so I can actually allowed to like the show now.
How do you feel about Holly? Holly's the main actor.
You know, kind of shoehorned in, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
I guess so.
This literal baby season 1 is now a pivotal figure. Okay, fine.
Man,
6 months
they
later,
killed off her mom, though.
yeah.
Like, oh,
I like the dad.
wait,
Dad's cool.
they didn't kill her. She didn't die. She's just
No.
No, neither of the parents are dead.
yeah, that's right. But
All right, guys.
All right,
Good
guys.
episode here.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. I
absolutely.
enjoyed the hell out of this conversation.
Right.
This is probably, to your benefit, this is probably the longest we've pretty much held to topic.
Yes.
It has held us probably the longest.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I'll say.
But-
My God.
Next week, nerds, we've talked about talking about Charlie Brown since Thanksgiving, and then in Christmas, we all like our Charlie Brown, our peanuts.
Yep.
So that'll be next week.
Yep. We are gonna talk peanuts.
Peanuts.
Charlie
It's Peanuts. Mr. Peanuts.
Snoopy. Oh, that's
Hang
Snoopy.
on, Snoopy.
Snoopy and the Red Baron.
Nice.
Dude, I loved those two songs when I was a kid. I'll date myself. I used to listen to those two things on 45.
45s.
So,
All right,
right.
guys. Well,
All right. Good episode.
it was an awesome
Good
episode. Great talking about Gambit. Thanks everyone in the chat for hanging out, popping in for the powwow, and we're gonna kick it out with the outro. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, guys.
happy
Hope you
birthday,
have-
Wayne. Tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
Shout out to Wayne. Happy birthday, buddy. And we'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, guys.
All right.
I'm just gonna play the outro video for the exit there, and I muted desktop audio, so we should be good there.
Do we know who Duracin is?
That's my half brother Richard.
Because he stayed in the whole time and just said good show.
Yeah, that's my
Nice.
half brother Richard.
That was a lot of fun, guys. That was fun.
Oh my god, I did not think I was gonna fucking make it, guys.
I'm glad you did.
My take out here.
This is very nice.
We have a 26-foot truck. I don't know if you know how big a 26-foot truck is, but that's most of a semi. And we loaded that thing 3 times.
Now you got to unpack.
Yeah, right.
Or is that Jared?
No, we unpacked. Oh no, I mean, stuff's still sitting in the new one, but
Woo. Don't mind me, I'm stripping. Ah.
That's all right, buddy.
So it's funny, I got a fan on and I got the window open because this thing is hot.
I can imagine.
So I'm probably going to freeze once I take all
It's like 30 degrees in your room.
Yeah.
you guys have seen the College Humor Batman, Bane, and Talia al Ghul thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
They like really ham up the Batman voice.
Yeah, and he's over sexualized. She's like, I stabbed you. And he's like, I stabbed you first. It's he's making Bane feel bad. He's like, and I did it, and I didn't put it anywhere in order that would surprise you. That's not bad. And he's like, and I spend all day fighting crime in a rubber suit with a sealed in the flavor. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It is one of my favorite things.
That's
It's
hilarious.
so funny.
Oh man.
So funny.
Oh, Bane's
Well,
Bane's an interesting character. Do drugs and win, kids. That's Bane.
Yeah.
You want to break Batman's back, literally? Well, just do a bunch of steroids. You'll be able to do it.
Oh, that wasn't the most comfortable thing to wear.
Yeah. And you even have your Gambit shirt on underneath that way, and that is some dedication.
Yeah.
You're wearing a full costume. John and I have cool nerd t-shirts and pajama pants on.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I was standing up earlier, so you probably did see my.
Yeah.
video.
We saw your stitch.
We were like, Lilo, Stitch.
Ah, that's so funny.
Yeah. There was one point in time when we had the camera was 3/4 Stitch butt.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, step aside and watch how my adoring fans flock to me.